Hello, my name is Jonathan Broadwell of Broadwell Consulting Incorporated. This is the first in a series of videos to document the progress of a personal project I'm doing. In this series, I'll be building an ornamental panel for a plastic Plano sportsman's box that will make it approximate a locked box like those in the game Fortnite. In this series of videos, we'll follow the classic V model of development, starting with the requirements at the top left side of the V, implementation at the bottom, and validation, which is seeing how the chest performs when the kids take it to summer camp, on the upper right-hand side of the V. This video is about project requirements. Even when I'm doing a personal project, I try to start with a set of requirements to help clear my head. I've also taken a page from medical device development, and I come up with an intended use. This helps me a lot to avoid the feature creep that often happens with personal projects. If a new feature doesn't fit the intended use, don't add it. Now let's watch a couple of clips that I recorded from Fortnite that shows how the box works. Now that we have an idea of what it is that we're building, let's dive into the requirements. The first one's pretty easy. We're going to use a Plano 108 quart sportsman's box as the basis for this thing. That makes sense because the kids already have a couple. They're the ones that are distributed by our Boy Scout troop for use at summer camp. They like them because they stack, and when everyone has the same one, they're fantastic. The second requirement is that the addition to the box should blink red and blue lights, similar to the one in Fortnite. Note that at this point, we aren't worried about how we're going to get this done. We're just setting our requirements for what the project is supposed to be. Our third requirement is that the box is interactive. It should have some way where when a person stands in front of it, it activates the box. Fourth, the box should reproduce the sounds that you hear when it opens in Fortnite. Fifth, we want to be able to build one of these things for less than $100, not counting the cost of the box. A second copy should cost less than $50, given that a lot of our costs may be shipping related to get single pieces. Sixth, this project needs to be completed by summer camp, which is early to mid-June. Given that it's the middle of March at the time we're making this video, that could be a bit challenging, as a lot of the parts that I typically buy come from AliExpress or other Chinese flea market, take a month to ship, but at a very reasonable cost type sources. Requirement 7 is a durability requirement. Essentially, we want to be able to load this box the same as we always have without worrying about if it bumps into the new decorative fixture or anything like that. Essentially, I don't want the grown-ups who are doing the campouts to have to worry about this particular box any more than any other. Requirement 8. The decoration should be able to work 20 times a day for 6 days straight on a single set of batteries or a single charge. Essentially, the kids should be able to take it to the camp and have it function all week long without any additional effort. And finally, an intended use statement. The product is intended to be decorative and fun, suitable for a week of use at camp. It's not a perfect reproduction of what we see in Fortnite, and it doesn't provide any real functional security. Based on this, we should be able to help guide the other decisions that we make as we pick out parts and start the design. The next video will be on feasibility. We'll walk through these requirements and see if we think we can meet them before we start development on the project. If not, then we'll revise the requirements. Broadwell Consulting provides help developing medical devices with a focus on developing embedded firmware, which is compliant with EN 62304, ISO 14971, and ISO 13485, as well as remediation assistance for products already in production. For more information, contact John at Broadwell Consulting.